so ashamed of her breasts that she lets a Machiavellian psychopath cut them off.
How dare you?
But I was not a member of the IRA.
Get a couple of dozen of your mates and go down to that Buckingham Palace and kill the old bag.
Big Mike il capo.
Gran Mikey el jefe. ビッグマイクとチーフ。ミクマイและหัวหน้า
Floody.
Big Mike and the Chief.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Big Mike and the Chief.
What's that?
What?
Is that coffee, is it?
There's a bit of coffee, yeah.
Looks
but
like
it's
muddy water.
yeah, it's instant coffee. It's real old.
Oh.
Don't be frowning at it as if you're above instant coffee, Chief.
No, if I drank that, man, I'd have a fucking schizophrenic episode. Like,
Well, you can't have coffee, can you?
no. Like, if I can't have coffee, it turns me racist.
Does it actually?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
More
Brings-
racist.
more racist. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Breeds hate.
it does. Yeah. Well, no. If I drank that now, I'd have a panic attack or something. I can't. Stimulants. I don't.
Can you have any
deal-
stimulant?
No sugar.
Even a bit of turnip with butter.
No, I could eat that. The turnip with butter would be grand. But
Would you like a vegetable? Like Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves or Stephen Hawking or something. Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, with a bit of butter on him.
God, I'd
Bit of
love
butter,
to.
salt and pepper.
I'd eat him just on the off chance that I'd be able to absorb some of his smarts.
Who?
Hawking.
Hawking. Jesus, yeah. Because I was thinking this earlier, even about fucking someone like Hawking or even like Elon Musk. Do you know when they were in the womb? Because they're so far ahead of us now.
Yeah.
Do you think that when they were in the womb, they were as smart as we are now? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then they just continued to get smarter and smarter when they got out of the womb.
So when they were born, they were already smarter and more well read than.
Yeah, or they came out with some ideas or some theories.
Yeah.
It would have been hard for them to get their hands on. They wouldn't have been able, unless
The
the mother,
literature.
like, shoved a fucking encyclopedia up or
was playing like audiobooks.
onto the thing.
Onto the thing, yeah.
Oh fuck!
Give them a head start.
Gee, hey,
Yay.
there you go.
Yeah.
What audiobook? If you had to play one audiobook to a child, to a baby, what like to kind of put on the right path?
If I had to.
Yeah. Roy Keane's book.
Roy
maybe.
Keane, or else maybe
Give him right
Anne
attitude.
Frank.
Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Did she have a book, or was it more people found her diary, or did she kind of,
I think she
or did
had
she write any novels?
Wasn't that a TikTok page or something? No.
Anne.
Yeah.
No, but shit, this is World War II, lads. They wouldn't have had TikTok then.
No.
I don't. No, they wouldn't. They definitely didn't. Unless that was something like, unless like the fucking Chinese have been harboring that technology for
Right.
50, 60
Yeah,
years.
I thought she had a TikTok page or something.
have
No,
you-
it was a book.
Right. Well, yeah, but did she like? But it was just her kind of whinging in a.
Is there
In
an
a I don't want to say whinging. That makes it sound like it was all doom and gloom.
Yeah. Is there is the Diary of Anne Frank, is that available in like audio book where she reads the.
How would she have read it, lad? So she was hiding.
Well, what else
From
would
the
she be
Jews
doing
in
up
an
the
attic?
She was hiding from the Jews, was she?
Ah, fuck. Well, don't be making a fool of me here, all right? I've made a misstep. But maybe she was, because she was up there.
Oh,
and
no.
She was had enough of her family, so she was hiding from them Jews.
So it was like a Russian doll type situation, or like a. You know the thing where you.
I know
open up
what
the
a Russian doll is.
Okay, right, okay.
But I don't know what you mean by it in this context.
Where she's like. It's like Inception. She's hiding from the Nazis, and then she's hiding from her dad because her dad is fucking melting her mush. Do you know?
Melting her mush.
I don't know. Her dad's eating crisps or something.
But melting her mush, does that mean like wrecking her head? Is that
Yeah.
is that a slang saying?
No, I just completely melting her or something, and then I just thought of mush.
Right.
Yeah,
Because maybe he was turning her brain to mush with his
Yeah.
carry on, but
maybe.
yeah. But you wouldn't
yeah.
like mush seems like it's already been melted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
yeah.
put melting mush seems like you'd be putting a hat in a hat there.
I think my brain is mush.
I think you are, but
Yeah.
you are kind of.
Yeah,
It is kind of mainly kind of Skittles and kind of gone off milk up there.
it is. Yeah, but you said there about vegetables. I've been eating since I've started shoplifting, man. I'm living like a king, man. I'm like David Goggins. Like I'm drinking ginger shots and fucking.
You came in drinking the ginger shot today and you were
super
wincing. You were like
super smoothies, and I'm eating like hummus and falafel and.
Do you get
with
this
vegetable-
feeling whenever I eat hummus, I feel somehow, and I can't even explain it, that I'm helping the environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I, somehow when I'm eating it, I'm like, I'm doing my part,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I fuck the plastic container on the ground.
On the ground. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that you eat the hummus and then it makes you a more compassionate person, so then you care about.
Do you think there is?
things
Do you
more.
think empathy is one of the key ingredients in hummus?
Yeah, it's chickpeas and then empathy.
Empathy, kindness, compassion.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa was just fucking
I've had it-
absolutely mainlining hummus.
I've
straight
had
into her
empathy.
tits.
I've had empathy-free hummus and it's not as tasty as.
Is it not?
No.
It's kind of
no,
cold,
it's
bland.
cold and yeah.
There's no warmth to it.
There's no warmth to it at all.
I think this is. I suppose you've never felt like. Do you know? Sometimes you might feel. If you felt a sag in your
Love.
breast, it does
Right.
feel like it's full of hummus.
Right.
I don't know
No,
I don't know what you can do with that information, but I just want to put it out
No,
there.
I haven't
and
touched
let
the
you breathe
breast.
it in.
Well, no, the last time I touched a breast now was when I was a teenager, and they would have been.
You were still sucking your
they
mother's
would've
tits
been-
when you were a teenager.
No, I have a very embarrassing story.
Do
We'll
ya?
get to that, yeah, but we'll get to. But the last breasts I would have touched would have been teenage girls' breasts. But when I was a
But did-
teenager, so this isn't.
Did you? Right.
This isn't.
No, we've discussed it.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah, you were pedoing yourselves.
I was. Yeah. So firm teenage breasts. So there was no. I wasn't getting any hummus.
And did you touch the
vibes.
nipple of a woman?
Yeah, the areola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's called the areola. Yeah.
Then what's the nipple? Wait,
The
is that
the
that's
nipple?
not-
The
that's
nipple
not
is the nipple, and the circle is the areola.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And did you ever put your mouth on it? Like, did you ever stuff your gob full of?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Full of tit.
Yeah, if I ever got thirsty, like, but no, I
They're
remember.
a great little gobstopper, a tit. You can just fucking
Are they? Yeah.
absolutely, and you can stuff in, like absolutely fill your mouth, like stuff in. The little
Just-
rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember a story when my mom was breastfeeding my dad. No, she was
Whoa.
breastfeeding my younger brother,
Yeah.
and so what age? Okay, so I'm 29,
Right.
and my younger brother's 24.
Yes.
So I
Is
would've
that the
been
hairdresser?
It's the barber. If you say hairdresser, it implies it's kind of like
What?
gay.
Well, you're gay. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong
but
with
I'm not a fucking hairdresser because that's gay. But
Yeah.
so the story. So she was breastfeeding my brother. So I would have been about 5 or 6,
Yeah.
and I tried to get in and get some while I was trying to make hay while the sun was shining type thing.
Well, you saw the river.
I saw
the river was awash with nutrients and goodness, and you
Yeah.
said, "By God, I'd like to bask in the
bask
You know,
in
bask
the
in the
glory
sun.
of the
your mother's titty milk."
Yeah, well, I just saw it out, and I remember trying to get in there, and she was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, she kind of got angry at me, like, type
But
thing.
that's
yeah.
the same reaction I got when I tried to suck my father's feet.
Ah, yeah. There's just something about your parents' limbs that are just always
That they're always
alluring.
They're always weird about it.
Mm.
Your parents, when you try to suck on any part of them,
Yeah, no, they
and it's
are.
something
yeah.
I think they need to get the fuck over.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like it could bring.
And then there are other parents who are making kids suck on things that they don't even want to suck, and then it's hard to know what to.
You have to find a middle ground.
Yeah.
I think.
Absolutely.
But speaking of
A
weird,
DMZ.
yeah, exactly, demilitarized zone.
Mm.
I was in North Korea actually. That's
You fucking
interesting.
were.
Fucking
Have we ever
were, and
talked? Did we ever talk about that on the pod?
I don't think so. No.
Jesus Christ.
That's a saga.
Yeah.
That.
Will we go into that?
Will we go into it? Will we?
Well, you tell me, or you were on the way to
Yeah.
saying something else.
Well-
Say the next thing you were going to say.
So I was gonna say that I think my housemate is
Yeah.
stealing my underwear
Right.
and then wearing it as kind of like a mask and fighting crime or something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with it, but 2 pairs.
He's a jubilante. Like he's going around
Well-
kind of stopping.
a
Well, isn't that what they call someone who's like?
vigilante.
Oh, a vigilante.
You said a jubilante, which is a Jew who's a vigilante. Is he?
I think
don't
that's
know.
like if Batman was a Jew.
like Anne Frank.
He's like, stop it, Joker.
Stop it, Joker.
No more. Stop with your riddles, Riddler. I'm sick of it. Stop it now. That's a
It's like a
jubilante.
nebbish
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Is
Alfie.
Is this kosher?
Give me a tuna sandwich. Okay, thank you, Alfred. So
So,
yeah.
so,
So your man's stealing your underwear.
I think he is. Yeah.
And your underwear now, do you have nice, like, are you, you've got a nice pair of pantaloons, or why is he kind of.
I think he's just like a pervert. He's in his room and he's singing like the
I'm
the
a
soundtrack.
creep. No,
He's singing the soundtrack to like musicals.
right.
The soundtracks to musicals like Dirty Work. No, not Dirty Work. What's the other one? Something Dirty
Wicked.
Dirty Boots. Something with high heel. Fucking. Anyway, he's in his room singing show tunes all day,
Yeah.
like Les Miserables, and then sometimes he's singing like I don't mind spending every day, and then fucking. He just sings these songs.
Right, in his room.
And I'm worried that if I was to peek my head in, he'd be there.
And is he
with my
making a
jocks
crust
on
doing
his-
that? Is he making money doing that, or is that just?
No, I think his parents are just bankrolling his weird life where he just steals underwear and sings show tunes in his bedroom.
And
Like
do you think he's singing the show tunes in your underwear?
he's either wearing them or else he's wearing them on his head, and then he's like singing these songs directly
Rey
at a
Mysterio.
yeah, and he's singing the songs directly at a photograph of me asleep or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm worried. I want to go into his room and see if he is
And have it out with him.
No. I want to go in and see if he have a snoop around his room and see if he's stealing my fucking clothes. Like,
But maybe would be the best thing for you to do. Would it be to fight fire with fire? So how about you steal some of his underwear and then you be in your own room singing like, I'd do anything
Right,
for
okay.
you, dear. Anything. Shove your fingers up my bum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything for you.
but that's kind of passive aggressive. I'd rather just get in there and like
What?
confront him. You know, like I want to get to the
What better way to confront someone than through
through music. It's gonna turn to like fucking West Side
Story.
Story or something where we're just across the hallway like
Yeah, they
he's
had
a
the-
weird cunt. I don't know
West
if
Side
he's-
Story is the biggest gang. They're the most unthreatening gang I've ever seen.
They are, yeah.
You
They
know,
wouldn't last a second against like
the Kinahans.
the Kinahans or else like, you know, the gangs in like City of God, you know.
Or those Brazilian lads.
Yeah.
They would
Brazilian
have
lads with machetes and guns, and then
because
these
the boys
guys
have been like with their little weak fucking cowardly knives. They're like like, And it's like sure, little Zay in City of God, a little Brazilian fucking 10-year-old. He would have
yeah. Imagine the Kinahans were just these guys like
and then
it's
the
like
Hutches.
the gangs from the West Side Story.
The Kinahan and the Hutches were the gangs from West Side Story. Just
clicking their fingers
tonight's
like,
the night I'm gonna stab your brother.
I don't know any of the songs from
I don't really either, and I just kind of. But I
You just made it
feel
up.
that's the vibe.
It
It's
is,
like,
yeah.
Da, da, da.
Or a new gang came onto the scene in Dublin that was like became a rival of the Kinahans and the Hutches, but they were just like a gang from West Side Story.
Yeah.
Just guys like dressed up as greasers, just clicking their
What the
fingers
fuck
like,
are you doing?
what
I
are
wanna-
you doing? And they
What
just
the fuck are you doing?
they just conversed through the medium of song.
Oh, lad.
Yeah.
I did. Do you know that there was a new the new movie of like the West Side Story came out a couple of years
Oh,
ago.
Steven Spielberg directed
I
it.
think
Yeah.
it could have been, and like people were like, it's actually really good, and I was just like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you that.
And did you go and see it?
I absolutely didn't, and I just believe it was shite. Do you know what I mean? Like in my soul, I'm just like that had to have been shit. I just in my head, West Side Story is shit.
Yeah, I went to see a production of it that my cousin was in, and it was enough for me to
Cut your cock off.
never want to step foot in the Board Gosh theatre ever again. Like, so
Fuck.
you know,
And that's that's not only bad for theatre, it's also bad for Board Gosh.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
It's a bad look for Board Gosh
Yeah,
to be putting on.
putting on
kind of
shitty
thing.
productions of West Side Story.
Absolutely.
yeah.
But Board Gosh, if anyone doesn't know, it's the Irish Gas Association.
Chambers.
What?
Chambers.
It's the Irish Gas Chambers. It's where they go to exterminate
Like,
musical theatre actors.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
So they lure them in by saying, we'll put on your production West Side Story, and then they gas them all.
Yeah.
And no one kicks up a stink about it. But do you know what a musical I do like Oliver as a musical. I'm like,
Fagin.
yeah, Fagin is a fun. Cause I think I like Oliver because there's enough, there's a fucking darkness going on in Oliver, like. Do you know what I
There
mean?
is, yeah. It's kind of reminiscent of my life at the moment.
Well, you look, and I've said before, if you want the doppelganger from Chief, look up the character of Fagin.
I was gonna say I'm like Oliver, but
Huh?
I was gonna say I'm like Oliver.
No, lads, imagine you, because like Fagin is such a fucking just kind of creepy old, because he's a creep, because he runs this little gang of child thieves, right? For one thing, you're like pedo,
Yeah.
and then it's like get adult thieves.
Yeah.
But do you know who that's like as well? Your man in fucking, remember that guy Mama in Slumdog Millionaire? Who Mama, and he has,
and he's like cutting out the kids' eyes,
and he's like pouring this acid into the
Yeah,
kids'
yeah,
eyes
yeah.
so that then they'll sing and they'll make more money.
yeah.
He was as nasty a
He's
character
like
as I've seen.
fucking Joe Jackson in a way.
Oh fucking
Yeah.
Did Joe Jackson castrate Wacko Jacko?
Well, yeah, there is that theory that Joe Wacko Jacko was a castrato,
Yeah.
where you cut off your balls so you never really hit puberty, so your voice stays at a certain pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been it, but your man Mama was he was one of the rudest characters I've ever seen in film, and Slumdog Millionaire. I was like, to those little to be blinding children to make them better at begging. How about just tell them to act blind?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just put a pair of sunglasses on them,
Pair of sunglasses and a little walker.
Yeah.
You don't have to take their eyes out.
I know, yeah. Just give them a little service dog, a sightseeing
For
dog. And
fuck's sake,
Yeah.
has this lad never heard of fucking conning people? Has he never heard of scamming?
yeah,
Don't make him actually blind, you psychopath. You pretend to be injured.
the scamming of knowledge.
The fucking scamming of knowledge is right, lad.
Who was the salmon of knowledge?
Huh?
Was the salmon of knowledge a real fish?
The salmon of knowledge, yeah. I believe this fucking involved Fionn Mac Cumhaill anyway. And next thing, fucking, it's an Irish myth.
First of all,
Yeah.
to have the name Fionn Mac Cumhaill is just not.
But
Fionn Mac Cumhaill.
Fionn Mac Cumhaill,
Yeah.
Fionn Mac Trendy,
Yeah. Fionn McLeod.
Fionn Mac Legend, Fionn Mac Ledgebag. Yeah, well, Fionn Mac Cumhaill. So Fionn Mac Cumhaill is he crosses a number of different Irish myths. So the big one is that he was the leader of Na Fianna,
Right.
which is a group of fucking big fucking buff, like they're the best soldiers in Ireland and
Right.
or the fiercest warriors, and they were trained in like fucking like bow and arrows and stealing and rape and whatever. So they were, it was the time.
Yes. Yeah.
But not rape. They were really good men. But but so they were like, their whole thing was to defend Ireland from otherworldly creatures,
Well, like aliens
Huh?
and stuff.
like aliens or fucking Mexicans or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Chinese.
Yeah. So that was their thing. They were just to defend Ireland from that. And he had then a son called Oisín. Oisín Mac Cumhaill. So Fionn Mac Cumhaill is his father. And Fionn Mac Cumhaill now a big fucking fuck off legs and big fucking arms and hair down to his arse and just big. He could row a boat with his kyak. And he was just something else. And then sure, Oisín was another fucking prime bull.
Right. Were
You'd
these
be
like
drooling?
towers of Chang?
Oh,
lads,
these
like-
absolute towers
Towers
of Chang, man.
Like if Fionn Mac Cumhaill was alive today, would he be the captain of the Leinster rugby team?
100% would have been an absolute nightmare.
legend.
Lad, I ate
on the front row.
I ate the whole leg of a lamb last night. Absolutely caned it. Scented, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking, killed a wild boar with a spear and just fucking ate its arse, mate.
Did he speak like that?
Just
Did he?
fucking
Yeah.
Absolutely, mate.
Right, yeah,
and
yeah,
his
yeah.
son fucking Oisín, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Oisín's like me dad, myself and me dad going down to watch two fucking, two...
You're Fionn Mac Cumhaill, son, aren't you?
Yeah, you're from McKeel's son. Are you fucking... You're Brian McKeel's younger brother, are you, Oisín? Brian McKeel, everyone's younger brother. So...
Yeah.
But anyway, the story, a big story of theirs. So this all ties in, all these Irish things tying together. But so one day they were out fucking hunting. Fionn Mac Cumhaill and Oisín they're like, fucking we go, fucking get ourselves a nice fucking prime fucking bit of pheasant, bit of fucking absolute cane of pheasant. Send it. So they're out with the other warriors and blah blah blah. And anyway, they're out hunting or whatever, and they see through the trees this old bowled fucking young one, blonde hair down past her ankles. She's sitting on top of the most beautiful fucking
Margot Robbie.
little white horse. We'll say Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
This white horse, and she's there fucking kind of gyrating on the saddle, and it's not wholly or right, but it was compelling. So anyway, all the boys are like, sure, they don't see that many women there. They're always just fucking hunting pheasant.
Yeah.
So all the lads are like, Jesus fucking Christ, they're all gone to blazes. They're nearly bursting through their pantaloons. Their breeches are fucking pushed to their limits, the
Yes.
buckles of their breeches. So next thing anyway, your one fucking comes over on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, listen now, ye bunch of horny bastards. She says, which one of ye is Oisín, right?
Yeah.
Which one of ye fuckers is Oisín, son of Fionn Mac Cumhaill? Oisín's like, fucking guilty.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged, love.
mate.
Over here, mate. Absolutely delighted you're after saying that now. Fucking buzzing.
Senior Cup winner.
Senior Cup winner, Oisín, right here, guilty. Fucking nice. So anyway, next thing she says, so she goes, she was like, I want to take Oisín with me back to the land of Tír na Nóg, a land where people only feel joy and happiness and don't feel any sorrow or pain at all, right?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That sounds like the bee's knees,
They're
right?
all on K.
They're all absolutely smacked out of it. They're all just in a fucking squat in Glasgow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she wanted to take him
That's
to.
what Tír na Nóg is.
To a crack house in Glasgow.
Yeah.
I want to take you back with me.
Yeah.
To Tír na Nóg. You'll
Tír
feel,
na fucking
you'll
Nóg.
feel no pain, only joy and happiness.
You'll just feel a slight prick in your arm.
Prick in your arm and you'll microwave a baby. Put a baby in a microwave. So anyway, your one's like, great, you go to Tír na Nóg and with me. So she says to Oisín, right, I want to take Tír na Nóg, right? And so then Fionn says, no fucking way.
Yeah.
He says, Oisín, you have to stay here with the boys. We've
Yeah.
got a prime fucking lamb shank on the fire for later.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking split her up and
Yeah.
send it. And Oisín says, come on, Dad, look at her, she's fucking gorgeous.
What age was Oisín at this point?
Oisín's about 17 or 18,
right,
right?
okay, nice, okay.
Or maybe he's 20. But anyway, so Oisín's like, come on, Dad, give me a break. You fucking look at your one, she's some pair of fucking knockers on her.
Yeah.
And so anyway, Fionn Mac Cumhaill says, right, so. And he says, you can go with your one, but you have to promise to come back and return to your family, right? And he says, no, bother that, I fucking swear to Jesus, just let me have a go on those fucking, you know. So anyway, next thing, he hops up on the horse with Niamh and they fuck off back to Tír na Nóg, right? And anyway, they're back in Tír na Nóg and sure, Jesus Christ, it's ever than that.
And how long is it from... So this is... They meet your Margot Robbie...
in the woods.
In the woods. And then how far did that to get...
The horse just takes him through space
time and space. All right,
Absolutely.
okay. Get him in.
They're off on the horse.
Yeah.
And they're in Tír na Nóg, and in Tír na Nóg, there's no...
Yeah.
There's no sorrow, there's no pain, so only joy and happiness. And sure, anyway, Oisín and it sounds amazing.
Yeah. No social media.
No social media, no fucking, you can't look up pictures of your ex getting shagged by Jason Momoa, none of that.
Yeah.
So, so they're in bliss, unbelievable, and they're there for a few very happy years. But sure, Oisín can never be fully happy because he says, he's after making a promise to his dad that he's going to return. So he always has a nagging thing in his heart that he needs to go back. So anyway, next thing he says to Niamh, he says, listen, I have to go back to see my father.
Yeah.
I made a promise to the lads that I'd be back and on the sesh. After a few things.
The Chang won't drink itself.
The Chang won't drink itself, Niamh. You know that more than most, you saucy whore. So anyway, Niamh says to fucking Oisín, she says, you can't go back now.
Yeah.
She says, there's no way you can go back now. That's a fucking no-go. He says, would you come on? Don't say that. With a bit of Chang anthems possible, love.
Fucking Paddy Jackson's after getting accused of rape. I have to go back you have to go back and give him a character reference in court.
I have to go back and get fucking Jackson off the hook. Go up to court in Belfast and fucking say my piece. He's a good bloody lad. He's after...
I won't have a bad word said about him.
Bad no one will put fucking manners on a fucking 12-pack of Chang like Paddy Jackson. That's a fact. That's what the boys probably said about him in court.
Yeah.
Now it'll put manners
I
on
don't know anything about happening that noise, but... No one could put manners on a 6-pack of Chang like Paddy Jackson.
I tell you one thing, if a fucking pack of Chang could talk, they'd come out here and they'd tell you that's a good man. There's no one else. If a fucking slab of Chang had a fucking tongue in its head.
If that jury was 6... if that jury were 12 cans of bottles of Chang.
Imagine the jury was 12 cans of Chang. Oh my God. Paddy Jackson during it, lads. I'd say I've got a good chance of getting off here, boys.
Here. Oh, fuck me.
Fucking hell. 12 fucking legends in the jury box. I've never seen a better looking jury.
Oh, fuck.
Holy fuck. The jury's after coming straight for Mark Barr. Fucking lovely.
Oh, fuck.
But so, anyway, right. You're one. So Niamh says to Oisín, she says, you can't go back to Ireland. You can't do it. He says, oh, come on, I need to see me that. My heart's broken. Fucking Johnny Fitz's brother's having a house party. I need to get back. And she says, all right, she says to Oisín, right, the only way you can go back to Ireland is if you don't touch the ground. You can go back on this horse, but if you touch the ground, you're fucked. Do you know? And he says, no fucking bother, my feet won't touch the ground, so I'm going to be fucking in the clouds anyway, I'm going to be drinking. I won't be fucking anywhere near the ground, love. I'll be flying. Right? So anyway, she goes, you can't touch the ground, right?
I'll be standing on the shoulders of giants.
Shoulders of giants. Fucking Bod's having a barbecue. He's after killing the guts of 20 pheasants there last Sunday. Huberman's on the wine. You know,
Paddy Jackson and Brian O'Driscoll existing in Tiernan,
time. Amy Huberman's after making a punch bowl, and Bod's got the barbecue going.
Have you seen The Clinic?
Yeah, they show The Clinic. I love this for anyone that's not Irish.
Oh,
all
sorry,
of this is absolute.
This is going over your head if you're not Irish.
Yeah, but so Huberman's on the fucking punch bowl, and the lads are fucking. Bod's on the fucking barbecue, and we're having a fucking good time. You know what I mean? The place is fucking. Bring your armbands because you're going to be swimming in Chang, right? So anyway, she's like, but listen, you can't touch the fucking ground. Yeah, it's important.
Why? Because
you'll see now. So what happens is, she said, don't touch the ground. So he goes back on the horse anyway to Ireland, right, to see his father and the Fianna, the warriors, everyone, and he's riding around on the fucking horse, and he can't see anyone. Can't find any of his old fucking pals.
Lads.
Any of the fucking lads. He says, lads, where are you?
Have to put out a bat signal for the
what
lads.
What the fuck are you after? Fucking you playing hide and go seek? Hide and go Chang. Where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? So anyway, he's like, you wouldn't make a lad drink on his own, would you? He's bad bastards. Anyway, so he's going round on the horse. The next thing, he finds two fucking old lads, two old fucking codgers, just fucking trying to push a stone up a hill, right? And they're trying to push this rock up the hill. God knows why they're doing it, and I'm not going to ask any questions. Yeah. But anyway, they're pushing this stone up the hill. So anyway, next thing, fucking Oisín says, he's still young lad, fucking in the prime of his life, bullock.
It's probably a big crate of Chang. It's just like
it's a big fucking. They're pushing a big crate of Chang up a hill. That's exactly right. Yeah. Big fucking just slab of Chang. They're on their way to fucking Oxygen. Music festival. So they're pushing an absolute mountain of Chang up the hill. So next thing he says anyway, he's like, oh fucking, I'll help the lads. Fuck it, a man in need, a friend in need's a friend indeed. Come on, lads. So anyway, he goes to help the lads. So he leans over to push his big fucking, scrum half hand on these Pak Chang to help them. And anyway, next thing he slips off the horse and hits the ground. And as soon as he hits the ground, instantly he turns into an old man.
Oh,
right?
no.
See, what had happened was, what had been a few years in Tiernan Og, in his mind, had actually been 200 years.
It's like Interstellar.
Yes. Just like that. Because people don't grow old in Tiernan Og, right? That's why everyone's happy and delighted and shoving daffodils up their arse. Because no one dies, there's no death, so there's no sorrow, so there's only fucking joy and happiness. And that's why Niamh was like, don't touch the ground, you flute, you know what I mean? So after he hits the fucking ground, he's just on the ground. Now he's an old man and he's about to die.
He has arthritis and dementia.
He's like, where's the Chang? You know what I mean? He's just like, but then he says to the boys, the two lads that are there, he says, where's me dad? Where's Fionn Mac Cumhaill and Johnny Fitz's older brother? Is he around? You know, Bod's putting on the barbecue. So he's like, where's Fionn Mac Cumhaill? And the boys were like, they were like fucking, Fionn Mac Cumhaill, sure, he died there a few hundred years ago. He's fucking
Right.
Long gone with the wind.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah.
You know, what about what about me mates? In his
Yeah.
head, he still thought his mates might be alive.
Oh, yeah.
He's so stupid.
Paddy, get off.
Did Jackson get off the hook? I've got to fucking give a character reference for Jackson. Character reference. So anyway, the boys are like, no, they're all dead, and he's like, oh, fuck. So then, heartbroken, he ends up dying, and that's it. Oisin dies, never returns to Niamh. And the moral of the story there: don't be fucking going off with strange fucking whores to magical lands.
But I'd say she's. You hear that, Dad? No, I
Yeah.
don't know. But I don't even know what I meant by that. My dad didn't go off to anywhere. But
Nobody fucked. He didn't.
But I presume Niamh had a smashing pair of tits. And
Oh, for fuck's sake!
to
yeah.
lure a young fella
Off to a magical land.
Yeah.
Off to a fucking crack house in Glasgow.
That's what I mean. Like, if you were to look at it objective, like, they're just drug addicts. Wherever she does,
Yes.
what is it? A place where there's no sorrow,
Yeah,
pain. You don't ever have to shit.
100%.
Um,
There was no shit that you don't have to shit.
you get blown whenever
Yeah,
you want.
all ye is McDonald's breakfasts.
Yeah, you don't put on any weight.
No.
God,
Like-
fuck me, Tiernan Og, man.
Oh yeah, it's the Valhalla. It's the dream. But you'd imagine like whoever even like came up with that was absolutely fucking
Yeah,
goobard. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Brian Baru, you know him?
Oh fuck's sake,
Battle
yeah,
of Clontarf.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was
anything about
around
that.
the same. So the boys the Fianna story that takes place in Hoth.
Right.
So that takes place up around Hoth, and Clontarf is just down the road.
Yeah.
The Brian Boru stuff. So Fionn Mac Cumhaill and Brian Boru probably fucking like enjoyed like a fucking pint of chang together.
Point
like.
of chang together, yeah.
They were probably absolutely sending it.
Yeah, it's like, because I grew up in Clontarf and they're always banging on about fucking
Baru.
Brian Baru. And
Oh yeah.
it's like, yeah, blow me.
Yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
just
I had
shut-
no interest in it, like, you know.
Yeah.
But,
The battle.
yeah.
Oh, the battle of Clontarf. Yeah, that was a fucking
Clontarf.
battle of fucking Clontarf.
Fucking just, yeah, I don't know. I fucking hate that place. Well, I don't hate that place.
Where, Clontarf?
Clontarf. Well, I grew up there, and I just have a feeling that my dad has the feeling as well that whenever I go in there, I'm being watched.
Really?
Yeah, because I grew up there, and it's almost like
You grew up in Clontarf.
I grew up in Clontarf, so it's almost like once you leave Clontarf, it's like a cult or something. Do you know what I mean? It's
But
like
do they have you on
Midsommar.
some sort of a list?
I think so. Yeah,
Would they be afraid that you're out spreading Clontarf secrets?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. For those of you who don't know, Clontarf is. I think we said this in an earlier episode where they're like biographically trans, where they think that they're from the south side, but they're actually on the north side. Remember we?
Yes.
They think that they're
all yeah.
highfalutin, but
That's right.
they're no better than the rest of the north side.
They're
But they think they're posh.
They're a
and-
bunch of scroats.
Yeah, they are. And there's just I grew up there and then I left because my parents got divorced and we had to leave the cult of Clontarf. And
you moved where?
We moved
Monkstown?
up to Harmonstown.
Yeah?
Harmonstown. I swear to God, it's called Harmonstown. I
Is
don't know why
it?
I'm speaking like this, yeah. And they don't speak like this up in Harmonstown at all. But we moved up to Harmonstown. But it's like that film, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. What's it called again? The Village.
Sixth Sense.
The Village.
The Village.
We left the village, and we got excommunicated then because my parents got divorced, and then my dad got excommunicated, and then now he says whenever he goes into Clontarf, he feels like he's being watched by the rest of Clontarf, and that they're feeding his movements back to my mum,
Really?
which it does happen.
Does your mother have like kind of, would she have a relationship with, say, like pigeons or maybe even, I don't know, like rats or dog? Like, has she?
There's no rats or dogs or.
But has she
in
coerced animals
Clontarf.
into being informants for her?
Well, if you could refer to the men and women of Clontarf as rats and
yeah,
rats and badgers, then by all means, yeah, she
Would it be
does
too
have
good
them
for
under her thumb, because she'll say to me like, oh, I heard that your father was down at the off license and thing, so she hears what my dad is up to, like,
yeah.
she has these little minions running around in Clontarf, and when I go down I feel like I'm being watched as well, because I feel like it's like you turned your back on the tribe almost, you know what I mean?
But I don't think they've seen your new hair.
No,
And I think
they
that's
haven't.
Gonna,
No, that would turn them. Yeah,
That might change things. You look
It
like a
might.
fucking movie star.
Oh, thank you very much.
You do?
Yeah, I went. Speaking of movies, I went to see Oppenheimer.
You look like a young Gabriel Byrne.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll
Very
take
welcome.
That, yeah, And Gabe Byrne, the actor.
No, Gabriel Byrne.
Gabriel Byrne.
The Usual Suspects.
Ah, yeah.
He was in a show, an Irish show called The Reardons back in the day. Which was
I don't know the Reardons.
No, I wouldn't have known them either, but it was
Yeah.
back in the 80s, but it was a big show. It wasn't hard to be a big show.
Nah.
No, the Moorbegs was a big show. Like.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
We could make the equivalent of the Moorbegs in this fucking shed, like.
We absolutely could.
And but
You went to see Oppenheimer.
because you know the way, so I'll go back there, but you see Cillian Murphy, right?
Yes.
And people are calling him attractive and stuff, and then you're like, God, if I was, because they say, you know, like that movie star, like that a bit of fame and stuff adds a bit of sex appeal onto you.
Absolutely.
So like, I'm just thinking, like, if I was, because I'm not the worst looking fella.
You're a
right?
good look
When
lad. There's many a gay who's after fucking losing half their body weight. Thinking of you, looking at old videos of you.
There's this concept,
scuttling around.
there's this perception of me, I think, amongst the community, the comedians, that I'm a nerd. I am a nerd-a-well, but I've let myself go in
Yeah.
physical appearance and how I dress, because I don't have any money to buy new clothes. I just can't be fucking arsed. Do you know what I mean?
But you
So
play on
I
that.
could-
You
I do
play
play
on
on that, but I can fucking
Scrub up.
100%. And you're like, God, if I became famous now, or if I got cast in a Christopher Nolan movie, would I be considered like a sex icon?
You
Do
could
know
be
what I mean?
gorgeous. You could
I
be
could be
gorgeous.
gorgeous, yeah,
I'm
I
not
could.
sure, but you might be.
Yeah, but anyway,
You might be You might be one of the. You might be like one of the most beautiful men alive.
I might be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to
Like-
become famous to find out. You know.
I think for you,
Mm.
and I've thought this. I think it'd be a fun turn for you if you just started like looking unbelievable.
Well, that's on. If I make money, I'm gonna start wearing suits and everything just for the crack, just as a complete U-turn. Like,
You absolutely
yeah,
should.
yeah,
And give yourself a really nice haircut.
yeah. No, I will do that. I haven't a pot to piss in at the moment. But
Yeah.
with the Cillian, I went to see. This is embarrassing now. I went to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And
Cock enlargement. But anyway, go on.
yes, and went to see Oppenheimer, and I didn't know. I wasn't even aware of this Barbie movie being released. Right.
Yeah.
So I go to Oppenheimer, and there's chaos in the cinema between the people going to see Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie.
And the Barbie people.
I accidentally go into a screening of Barbie, right?
Whoa.
And I sit through the entirety of Barbie thinking it was Oppenheimer.
So you thought you were watching Barbie and
Yeah.
you thought this was Christopher Nolan's movie about
Yeah.
The making of the
there was
atomic
some
bomb.
snafu where the woman was checking my and I don't know, and I got sent to the wrong, and I went, I was like, this is
It's
Oppenheimer.
like when you go up the wrong hole.
Yes, and I sat
Yes.
through, because one is pink and one is a
Absolutely.
dark,
One's
intense,
black,
one black
and full
hole
of shit.
with Cillian Murphy in there.
Yeah.
An intense experience. So I went in and I sat through the entirety of Barbie
Yeah.
thinking it was Oppenheimer.
Fuck.
And I'm like, I'm not a history buff, but I'm pretty sure Robert Oppenheimer wasn't a luscious blonde with big tits.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay,
But you didn't want to. You didn't want to. You said it's Christopher Nolan. I'll hear him out.
Yeah, I won't question Christopher. I'm like, maybe this is like some kind of an artistic interpretation.
I'll
of
see
the
where he's
making
going
of
with
the-
it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, is Barbie Land? Is that like post bombing Nagasaki? Do you know what I mean?
Is that a kind of a dream imagining of, or a kind of an ironic take on a completely decimated society?
Yeah.
Is that or do you think that the radiation in some way would have caused people? Is that the commentary that's caused people to become
materialistic
and fake and almost
plastic in both appearance and demeanor.
yes.
This is right. So Robert Oppenheimer
Bob.
created the atomic
Bob
bomb.
Oppenheimer.
Father of the atomic bomb. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know who the mother is, but
Yeah.
he's the father of the atomic bomb. But what I want to see is if you could create a bomb that, when dropped on a city, it turns the city into Barbie Land. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be. You know, if
That'd
you
be-
drop that on Moscow.
Jesus, that'd be good crack.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just, that'd just be great. Everyone's driving around in soft top pink Corvettes and fucking
Yeah.
singing musical tunes, and you know, everyone's good looking and vapid and
fucking Putin would be what would Putin be in that scenario? Unhappy. He'd be unhappy.
He'd be unhappy.
Yeah.
He doesn't like much colour.
I don't think he does.
And I mean that in more ways than one, let alone pink.
Yeah.
He'd be a Ken.
Yeah.
But
have you seen Barbie?
No, 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 I haven't seen Barbie. No.
So you
no.
did. So that was all. That was all a bit.
What?
That you'd seen Barbie. That you thought Barbie was Oppenheimer.
No, because I'm still not sure what I saw.
But you saw Barbie. You saw people in pink.
I saw people in pink, but you know, I'm still to this. You're after catching me now on that. Like to be honest, I don't know what's going on, Mike.
Right.
Yeah.
But so you've talked yourself into a soup here.
I have.
You have.
Yeah.
So you don't know whether you've seen Oppenheimer or Barbie.
I don't even think I've seen Oppenheimer, to be honest with you.
Were you even in the cinema?
No, I don't even know where I was, man. I was walking down the street and some fella, he said, he was like, hey, shh. And I was like, oh, and he goes, you want to come see Oppenheimer? And I was like, oh yeah, fuck it, go on.
Yeah.
And he brought me down this
fucking see how the bomb was made.
Yeah. And he brought me down this lane and he was just like, yeah, it's just in there. It's just in that shed there.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, okay. So then I'm queuing up to go into this shed. And there's foxes and there's badgers, and then there's, you know, some young women dressed in pink with that he'd dragged in off the streets.
Yeah,
he'd what's the word?
Coerced them,
lured them.
Yeah,
in off the street. So they're all
and
then there's some flamboyant gay guys in cowboy hats and stuff. Yeah. And then there's a couple of, like, you could tell there's a couple of men with good taste in movies, you know,
right.
They want Christopher Nolan fans, you know, and they had like posters from like Christopher Nolan movies, and I think they thought Christopher Nolan was going to be there and he's going to fucking sign them. I think that's one of the guys, part of his ruse was, I was like, yeah, Christopher Nolan's going to be there with Cillian Murphy, whatever. Right. And he just fucking, and we just went into the shed, and then I just remember getting an all merciful thump on the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then I just came to,
right,
in this fucking shed.
Okay.
And
was a movie playing or no?
There was a camera set up like this.
Oh, there was a camera set up.
There was a camera set up.
So a movie was being
lights.
shot.
I think a movie was being shot.
So was he right? So was this guy making his own version of Oppenheimer? Was that what was happening? Is that what happened?
Well, when I woke up, I was wearing a pink cowboy hat and boots.
Right.
And nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just various dead street animals. And then just barely alive young white women in their 20s. And then the shed, I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here, you know.
But so you're still not sure if you've seen Oppenheimer?
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I've tried to black that out of my memory.
But it could have been Christopher. It could be Christopher Nolan's most visceral film.
It could have been. I mean, it was cinematic in a sense, so much so that I don't even know if it happened or not. You know.
Yes.
For all I know, I did watch Oppenheimer, and I was just blown away by its cinematic. What's the word I'm trying to think of here, Mike?
Vigor. Cinematic. Cinematic. Ferocity.
Yeah, ferocity. That it just
velocity.
It just knocked the britches off me and
put a pink cowboy hat in your head.
And I'm not even sure.
And was there any? Were you bleeding from any area, or?
I was bleeding from all my toenails were missing. So I don't know what happened.
The movie
there.
blew your toenails off.
Yeah. So when you're going tonight, man, you're gonna need you know in Inception where Leonardo DiCaprio spins the spinny top.
Yeah.
And he only knows that he's not in a dream anymore when it stops spinning.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to bring one of them with you to Oppenheimer. So when you come out, you're gonna know whether you're back in reality or not, you know? Because I haven't
fucking hell.
I don't even know if this is real, what's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, we wanted from Tiernan Oak to fucking hell
I
itself.
could
it
be in
seems.
Tiernanog right now for all I know. Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Jesus, I don't know which way is
I have
up.
a headache now after that.
That's fucking. We all do. Time and space has gone to snot on that one. Oh, Jesus Christ! We'll see. And can you get toenails put back in?
I don't know.
Or is that all she wrote? Like,
Well, my feet now.
feet look like sausages.
They do. They just look like King Charles's hands at the moment. Like,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm gonna have to see. The good thing with toenails is they grow back.
Yeah.
You know. So, but what won't grow back is the gap in my memory. That's been there since I thought I saw Oppenheimer 4 days ago.
Jesus Christ.
I've really
You've really
spun
You've
quite
spun us
the
out
web.
here.
I've spun quite a web right there.
Fucking hell.
And I've caught you right in the middle of it.
I'm fly caught in the web here.
Yeah.
I feel I'm about to be killed by something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, Jesus, we're gone
Oh,
over time.
fuck me.
This is a fucking rotten way to leave you on this episode. But look,
fuck.
this is what happens when Christopher Nolan comes to town.
Releases a movie. I mean, the last time I saw a Christopher Nolan movie, I ended up in a psychiatric hospital. Like, so.
What was that? You saw Memento.
Well,
Memento.
no, I saw Tennis,
Yeah.
and it gave me such a headache trying to understand the plot that I tried to take my own life.
Is that true?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
before Tenet, I thought I was smart.
Yeah.
You know, and then I saw Tenet, and I came out and I was like,
With the stunning realization
that I am not.
that you're an imbecile.
Yeah, and I was like, if I can't understand Tenet, then there's no point in me even pursuing.
Yeah.
Like re-entering life and trying to become
Society.
something
Yeah.
with myself. Like, if I can't understand Tenet, then how am I going to understand the basics of, just making a cup of tea, like,
Or
do you know
having
what
a
I mean?
slice of toast.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
might as
so
well send yourself to the fucking
Valhalla.
absolute.
Yeah.
Send yourself up to meet the Vikings.
Yeah,
Send yourself up to
Yeah.
meet Fionn Mac Cumhaill and
Yeah.
Oisín
yeah.
up above.
Oh fuck!
Fucking
I'd love
constructing
to go to fucking Tiernanog now with Fionn and Oisín McCool.
Oh fuck's sake! Yeah.
Fucking
Get
imagine
you-
going on a 6-year holiday with Fionn and Oisín McCool.
Oh fuck's
Fuck,
sake!
man,
Oh yeah, unbelievable.
coming back with tattoos of fucking hurls and slitters and
Yeah, I'd love a tattoo of it. I'd love a tattoo of a slitter just above my cock.
why? Because your cock is a hurl, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, yeah.
And then you're just fucking. Then you can just like with
Yeah,
your cock, you
you
can
just go
absolutely fucking straight over the hill.
Yeah,
16.
yeah.
Just with your flute.
Yeah, I think a baseball bat would be more. Just have a tattoo of a
baseball. There and then just
baseball
go.
here, and then have like maybe on your leg, a guy holding your cock like this,
Yeah,
so that when you swung it like this, it would look like a guy swinging a bat or something. I don't know.
I mean that'd be good too. Like,
Yeah, we're kind
that'd be
of-
fucking nice too.
That would be
Sure,
nice
listen,
as
we're
well.
spitballing here,
Yeah,
but
we
lads,
really are, yeah.
we love you. I think that you've learned a bit here. Go
Yeah.
see Oppenheimer, experience that for yourself because it
Yeah.
sounds like a trip.
Just
Keep
keep your wits about you.
yeah, up the rat. We
Yeah.
love you, and we'll
Sinn
chat to you
Féin.
soon.
See you
Sinn
later.
Féin. Bye bye bye.
Bye bye bye.